Alright, I'm going to do a quick tutorial. This is mostly for VvardenfellStormSage's sake, but it might be useful to other people, so I might upload it to YouTube, I don't know. Alright, Humorous found a really great resource called TheBaseMesh, and it's, my internet play nice. It's pretty damn useful, but as you can see, nothing's textured. Everything downloads in like OBJ, FBX, and I think GLB. Just generic file formats. And I grabbed this here acorn specifically for the purpose of showing VvardenfellStormSage how to do it. Just a quick conversion, rough texture, nothing crazy. So I'm going to import an OBJ, and I got the acorn right here, and I just import everything in NIF with G7's plugin. And as you can see, it's real tiny. It's real size. I hit tab to get into editing it, but as you can see, the geometry is actually pretty good. What I'm gonna do, for my own reasoning, is to have two different textures. You're gonna have to cut the mesh, and there's a, of course, real obvious spot here. So I'm gonna mark that as a seam. Hit 3. Grab that face, press L to grab everything connected to it, and I'm going to right click, separate selection, and now we have the two pieces, real easy. So for this top piece, I'm going to go over here to material, create a Morrowind shader. I got all this on my second monitor, so it's small. I'm real sorry. Makes it easier to film it though. Base texture, and I got my textures up here. And I'm just going to use the same thing I used last time when I actually did this mesh for real, which is Telvanni wood. I think I'll use that one. You hit Z to bring up material type, and then down to 2, and it comes to preview. And then we do that again for here. And I'm just using make do textures. These are not supposed to be final or nothing, but anyways, now that we got that set up, if you wanted to do some tweaking, you go in here, grab it all, and then go up to UV editing, and you can see where it's laid out. It's got pretty good geometry, but since this is just a basic tutorial, I'm not going to fuss on that too much. You can hit period on your numpad to bring it close, by the way. Now, if we assume this is good enough to go, I'm going to grab it all. I usually do this. Doesn't really matter for things in our skin, but you can rename these pieces like so. Usually starting with 0 to 1 for whatever pieces. That's just more for my sake than this. It only really matters the body mesh pieces. And then when you're ready to export, you just grab go to export Morrowind down NIF. I always click only selected. I've had issues with that in the past. And then give it a name. And then you can simply click export NIF. Then you will have it. And let me bring it down here so you can see it. That is now NIF. However, in this scope, you can see it looks a little flat and bland. So something we can do, actually go back in, and under settings of the material, you can click vertex color. I'm going to do it for both of them. And then I'm going to go back to layout to make it easier to see. But up here, you have vertex paint under, that box, drop down box. I press 2 and then hit A to select all, X to switch colors to black. I always drop the strength down real low, something like that. And then we can just paint some quick shadows on just by clicking and dragging. You can use dirty vertex colors up here under paint, dirty vertex colors, but for some things I figure it's actually just faster to do it by hand real quick, since we're just adding a little bit of drop shadow effect. You can use it to smooth over things like seams and so on. It always appears darker in Blender than it does in NIF scope, by the way, so If you're wondering why I'm going as dark as I am, you'll see in a second. And then when I'm done, up here to object, hit the other one, and then we repeat that process. Press 2, press all, A for all, and then I darken these. Now mind, this isn't strictly necessary. This is a real small object, so it might very well be that this is pointless, but I'm just really demonstrating this for VAR's sake. Anyways, now that we're done with that, it looks a little better to me, but we just export NIF, and since I've already exported it once, it's got the same settings again. This box will be red if it tries to replace. For the sake of it, I'm going to do that. Turn it off red if you give it a different name. And then I bring this back up, and then there we go. It looks a little better. And that really is the breadth and span of it. I mean, it's pretty simple to do a quick conversion. Alright, thank you.